Hey guys, it's Ash, and today I have another war recap. This is going to be against the clan CoolAsIce. We won by 5 stars, so this was a pretty close one, I'd say. Let's start by checking Hallow's attack. He's going to 3-star a Town Hall 10. So let's see how he did that. He's going to use Mass Witches against his base with the Earthquake spell. That Earthquake spell is going to quickly open up both of those layers. So excellent placement of that. He's gonna first test for giant bombs, the golem and barbarians. There weren't any on the outside. Obviously there aren't any in the inside, because if you look at the inside of the base, it is lacking empty 2x2 tile spaces, which basically means that there are no giant bombs in there. The empty spaces in the core are basically Teslas. So here he's gonna freeze the multi-inferno, and that's another huge threat to Mass Witches as well. And the clan castle has a dragon and balloons, which are a huge threat to Mass Witches as well. So it's very important for him to have wizards, and that's why he's carrying 8 wizards for the dragon and the balloons, as the wizards with the rage spell and the archer queen have taken down the dragon and the balloons. And now there was a single target inferno, which really was not much of a threat when you have this many witches continuously spawning skeletons. And now he's having a bit of a difficulty breaking through the level 10 walls here. The king has broken through, but right now he's just too weakened to continue. And as long as the archer queen is behind the witches, she will remain safe. So right now she's getting targeted by the cannon. She needs to stay behind. Yep, there we go. Now she is protected by the skeletons that are being spawned by the witches, because witches stay 4 tiles behind defenses, while the archer queen stays 5 tiles behind. So the archer queen will always be behind the witches, as the witches are also going to spawn skeletons continuously, and those skeletons are just going to overwhelm the rest of the defenses because there are just no bombs, no mortars. So it's just going to be a piece of cake from here on, just because there are too many witches and defenses can't do anything about that. So awesome 3-star attack. Now let's watch my attack, which really wasn't as special as a 3-star attack. It was a much more difficult and challenging base. There are empty spaces, so it's very unpredictable where the giant bombs may be. And yeah, so I'm going to start by also testing for bombs on the outside and also removing that cannon, because I don't want my balloons to group up. So it was very important for me to remove the cannon there. Otherwise, if I spawned my balloons here and here, they're all going to just group up towards the cannon and then all get shot down by the level 8 wizard tower. Here I'm going to test for air mines next to the seeking air mine. Awesome, I caught one. I'm going to go for the other one here, but my balloon got caught by the cannon, could not really activate or check for air mines there. Here I'm going to send out my lava hounds, and also you can already see that air mine has inflicted damage on the lava hound. Already took down more than half its health. So yeah, very dangerous. The air mines next to the air defenses are very dangerous, and you really need to check for them if the air defenses are this exposed. So here another mistake was I should remove the cannon prior to spreading out my balloons, because now they clumped together. Really want to prevent that. And here I'm going to place the 2 rage spell. Take note that I did not place the rage spell on the mortar, so this is going to allow my balloons to now go towards the core, because those balloons on the rage are going to remove the archer tower, and the air sweeper over there is going to pull my balloons towards the core, because the air sweeper is a defense. And another big reason I attack from the side is because both of the air sweepers are pointing towards the south, so I can avoid both of them. And here I'm just going to double freeze the multi-inferno after the 8 seconds, as well as the archer queen. So I didn't even give that multi-inferno a chance to inflict any damage to my balloons or minions or pups, and as the minions and pups take out the town hall. So awesome, I got 2 stars already, and I still have my level 40 king and queen, but I'm unable to 3-star this base because it's basically impossible. There's no way a level 40 and level 40 heroes alone can take out half a Town Hall 10 base, especially a single target inferno that can quickly take both of them out. So yeah, I have to end it there, but it was a good safe 2-star attack. Let's look at another attack. Let's look at Shane's 3-star attack. This was a cleanup attack against the Town Hall 9. And let's see. he's gonna attack from this side. So he's gonna go with the cold-blooded Shattered Laloon attack with the Golem to first lure and take. Okay, yeah, this was very smart here. He removed that collector over there on that side and here on that side to create that funnel. He sent out his king early, and that's what you want to do. You want to send in your heroes early towards a structure in the center. So now right after that elixir storage, that elixir storage had a lot of HP, so it took a while to take down, so it was a perfect place to place your hero there, as right after that elixir storage is taken out, that king is gonna go inside the base. So that jump spell, king is inside, golem practically died, but doesn't matter anymore. He took out the queen, which is excellent, so now he just needs to take out an air defense and also take out the dragon and balloons in there. So it's looking good so far. Some skeleton traps that he did miss with the poison spell, but the queen is gonna be able to take out the dragon and the balloon with her ability. There we go, great. Now it's just gonna be a piece of cake for him to basically 3-star this base. He should have sent out his other lava hound on the top left side. You don't really want to wait that long because you are gonna get targeted, but everything's looking good. There's no way this base can stop his attack. Here, this was a pretty bad placement of the raid spell and the heal spell, just because you don't have a hound here, so you really want to wait for your other hounds to first travel here before sending out your balloons, because you just sent them out straight on towards that wizard tower. And the heal spell was just not that greatly used here because there really isn't much defenses. You only caught 3 defenses: the archer tower, wizard tower, and mortar. It would have been much better to place the heal spell a little bit inwards, like here, where you could have healed them while they were on the wizard tower, mortar, Expo, Air Sweeper, Teslas in the center part, especially since most of your balloons are going towards that center part anyways. So it would have been much better. As you can see, your balloons are already moving towards the right section, so the raid spell and heal spell there really didn't do much, really wasn't used effectively there. And yeah, since this is a Town Hall 10 attacking a Town Hall 9, it's just going to be much easier to basically beat this base. You really do want to carry cleanup troops. Definitely always keep cleanup troops, because otherwise balloons take a while, and if your hounds don't die, it's just going to be very difficult to clean up without pups. So always make sure to do that. Let's look at Ulquiorra's attack. Ulquiorra is gonna do a Pentalava attack like the previous war, where you guys seen him do a 3-star attack with this. He 3-starred a opposing Town Hall 9 player. So he's gonna start by luring out the clan castle, and there was a dragon in there. And dragon, the only way basically to take out that dragon for him would be his archer queen. So definitely have another option. Don't just rely on one thing like the archer queen. Try to carry some wizards too, especially for cleanup as well. So yeah, so he's gonna use his archer queen to remove the dragon. Okay, and here he's gonna attack from the top, and again, there is a reason he was unable to 3-star, and this is what I was talking about in the previous war recap, where I stated that that archer queen is gonna be a big problem, because your balloons and lava hound are not going to target the archer queen. So the archer queen is just going to continuously target your hounds and balloons, and right here she's targeting your balloons, and now once she's locked onto your balloons, she's just gonna knock down your balloons one by one quickly, and because of that, that's gonna weaken your balloon army, and if it weakens your balloon army, you're basically done for. And the reason for that is because you really need the balloons for cleanup. So the pups are the only ones that can actually damage the queen. So you really need to, in this case, use your rage spell to rage the pups to take out the queen. That's your only other option, because your lava hounds and balloons just won't target the queen. The queen's not a defense. The queen's not an air defense. So yeah, they're just gonna ignore her. And this is why Ulquiorra failed to 3-star this base. So yeah, really learn from that mistake. Next time, try to save your 4th rage spell so you can rage the puppies instead onto the archer queen, or maybe even carry some minions. They can help. And there we go. So it was a 2-star. Not really what we want against opposing Town Hall 9s. We really need 3 stars against them. So let's watch. Let's watch Major Mystic's attack, which is gonna be a Town Hall 3 attack. And Major Mystic is gonna use Mass Hog Rider attacks, which is probably his favorite attack because he does it every war, and he efficiently 3 stars bases with it as well. So yeah, he's pretty experienced in this type of attack. He's gonna go from this direction because there are empty spaces here, so he wants to test for bombs there. So now he's gonna send out a bunch of wall breakers. I would say not to do that too recklessly. You probably just needed wall breakers on this side. So yeah, now there's a reason why that king went towards that way, and that was a huge mistake because he sent out his king late. Let's rewatch where that went wrong. Let's go back. Really wish they had a rewind button. So yeah, replay. And again, he's gonna start by sending out his golem wizards. Okay, here you want to leave those collectors alone. You don't want to remove them. And the reason you can remove one of them, you can remove the gold mine, but leave the elixir collector alone. Take out the camp, but leave that elixir collector alone, and place your king on it immediately, because right after that elixir collector, your king is gonna go inside after that opening right there towards the builder hut or the cannon. So you really need to work on that. Because right now you're removing all the inner structures, and when you're removing the inner structures, now if you send out the king, he's gonna go all the way towards that way. He's not gonna go inside anymore, just because the next closest structure that's outside the walls are all the way up there. So now he's gonna just move that way. So that was a big mistake on Mystic's part, but he was able to still take out the clan castle troops. Barbarian King isn't that much of a threat, as long as you can, but if you can remove him, it would be great. It would make Mass Hog attacking much easier, as Barbarian King can target your Hog Riders. Your Hog Riders are just going to ignore the King because he's not a defensive unit. So now it's just going to be a piece of cake for him, but he does have a poison spell. You really want to use that poison spell on those skeleton traps, so really improve upon that as well. Place the poison spell. Okay, there we go. Good job. Excellent placement of that poison spell. Remove the skeleton traps, and here it's just going to be a piece of cake because he's already removed the double giant bombs there. He activated them with that lure, so now the Hog Riders are just going to clean up. So yeah, great attack. The only mistake was that Barbarian King deployment. Really want to work on that, like how to, just don't remove that elixir collector. Save a building for your king, and open up a compartment, and he'll go straight inside. Don't remove all the inner structures. Let's watch Carter's 3-star attack. So this is another Town Hall 9 3-star attack. And I believe this was an excellent attack. If I recall, he's gonna start by moving the army camps on the sides. Now he can send out all his dragons at the center, and they will all group up towards the center. So excellent funneling there. Some clan castle troops, not a problem at all. Just kill them with the poison, or just use dragons to kill them. I guess you could save the poison for skeleton traps later on. Here he's gonna send out his balloon behind the dragons because the dragons are already protecting the balloons from any traps or the air defenses. And the raid spell and heal spell were very well placed. Heal spell right in front of the air defenses, and because of the dragons protecting the balloons, the raid spell with the dragon combination allowed the balloons to quickly remove those defenses. And now that he's taken out all the air defenses, it's just gonna be a piece of cake. Here, that was a mistake in my opinion, because you had a lot of time. There was still like 2 minutes left in this raid, so there was no reason for you to send out that king right there onto those point defensive threats. That archer tower and cannon are big threats, so Yeah, not something you really want to do. Just play it safe. Don't send out your king too early like that. Wait until those defenses are distracted, especially that archer tower. Wait until it's distracted, or just send out your king here and start cleaning up from that side as your dragons and balloons from this side take care of the defenses here. So yeah, could have played that safer. Could have used the barbarian king as a distraction as well when the dragons or balloons are coming closer to those defenses. Alright, and that's gonna be a 3-star in the bag. Awesome job, Carter. And let's watch one more attack. Let's watch Nox 2-star attack against an opposing town hall. So what Nock is gonna do is he's using 4 earthquake spells. So earthquake with go wee wee. Yep. So he's gonna place the earthquake spell right there. In my opinion, that was a pretty bad placement of it. You could have just used the same thing for this with just the jump spell, which only costs 2 spell slots rather than 4. The earthquake spell you want to place right in between the infernal and the air defense, and this way you could have opened up all of these compartments. You could have opened up the walls leading towards the town hall and all of these upper and above compartments there. So yeah, really bad placement of the earthquake spell, not really how you want to utilize it. And here he's gonna send out his golems, open up the first layer, allow them to all go inside. You really need to first send out your wizards though, and you also want to spread your golems out a bit more and remove those side structures with wizards. So you were a bit late there. So luckily, fortunately, the king and queen did follow through and went inside the center. So yeah, that was good there. The rage placement was okay. Good rage placement. Single target infernal did catch your golem. Good being patient on that free spell, because now that free spell will allow the king to remove the single target infernal. So great job. And this is why it was so important for you to open up that layer with the earthquake spell, because it forced the golem to go towards the south because there wasn't an opening there. So the golems instead went towards the south, and yeah, that was a huge problem, which forced the king to also break through the level 10 wall. So yeah, the golems did not go inside the core. There were defenses inside of it like the air sweeper, and the golems just didn't go in there just because you did not open up that layer. So yeah, really improve on that. And here you're at 35%, but luckily the queen followed the golems, and this is gonna allow him to secure the 2nd star as the golems shield damage for her. So yeah, a bit fortunate there. Really improve upon on the earthquake spell placement, and yeah, otherwise just use a jump spell for that. If you find that you can do the same thing with the jump spell, then use a jump spell instead and save 2 slots and get an extra spell. If you really need the earthquake spell, then you place the earthquake spell. Otherwise, it's just a waste. So yeah, that's gonna wrap this war recap up. Hopefully I'm gonna have more soon as well, and I'll see you guys again in the next episode of this. So thanks for watching. See you guys again later.